Buenas tardes, hockey fans from north and south and all the land. Welcome to Copa del Pacifico 2026 from Lima, Peru. I'm Eric Hammerstrom. I'm going to be calling this championship men's Division 1 championship game from Copa del Pacifico. Got a good crowd, and they're excited. They have a team, a Peruvian team has made it to the finals. Waka Loca bested the Kentucky Hockey Collective in their semifinal game earlier today, while the Rain Man All-Stars defeated the host, Lima, Peru, AllPacas in this other semi. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one today. I promise. One thing to note, really, this whole tournament is about growing the game in Latin America and in particular South America and Peru. And so we want huge shout out, huge thank you to Team Kentucky, who won the third place game and almost made it to the finals. But they have brought 8 bags of kids' equipment and donated it to this Lima program. The beauty of it, you could see the beauty of it earlier today. There was a kids game, kids trying hockey for the first time. They had 2 clinics where kids learned to skate and pass and shoot. And today they opened up the donation bags, fit the kids with equipment, and the kids played 3-on-3. Real hockey, 3-on-3. It was fun. The Rain Man All-Stars are from Germany and other parts of Europe. The goaltender in particular, I'm going to mention Karolina Simonkova. She is from near Prague in Czech Republic. And a special thing, Karolina is donating her goalie pads at the end of the tournament. That's going to be a huge gift to Hockey Lima. There is no way to get equipment here actually across the Latin world. It's very difficult to get ice hockey equipment, and so stores just don't there's no profit in stocking things here down here, I don't think, for the hockey world. The players are few and far between, and so things are expensive. Either that or you have to buy them somewhere else and bring them here. And that's what these groups have done. The players who have come here are from 16 different nations. I'm going to show you the flags. If you come up over here, there's 2 sets of flags, one on one side of the far wall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different nations' flags there. Plus, the CC flag is for the Caribbean community. There are players from several different Caribbean nationalities that just finished. They actually won the Women's Cup, and it was a good contest. It's the Copa del Pacifico, and you can see there's the flag of the Kentucky Hockey Collective, which has been so instrumental in helping put this together. And then on this side, starting with the German flag and working our way over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nations' flags. And so we've got more than 15 nations, more than 16 nations actually, if you're counting the diversity on the Caribbean team. And just fantastic. That's one of the reasons that we're live streaming this. I volunteered to do this. My name is Eric Hammerstrom. I work with the Urban Hockey Foundation out of Detroit. A shout out to Michael Batinger, who is the founder of the Urban Hockey Foundation. And the Urban Hockey Foundation, like the Kentucky Hockey Collective, works to bring equipment donations, funding, and just expertise to hockey places that are out of the way or underserved. And this is both. This is a long way from the hockey world. And there's a real shortage of ice time that's available, and there is, you know, when you think about it, just obstacles to play in this game in a warm place where you can't get equipment. And there's only 3 sheets of ice in a city of 8 million people. Most of the rinks are like this one in Latin America. They're really for figure skating. They are often in malls, and but they are building a new rink specifically for hockey here in Lima. We were supposed to have this tournament there, but they are behind schedule with construction. That's no surprise nowadays. And so nothing big there. That rink is under construction and it will be finished. And then there will be a place with a bigger sheet of ice for these folks to play. But they had to play here, and this is working fine. Peru on ice. The ice center here in Lima has been very kind. They've treated us well. Again, this is the championship game of the men's division of Copa del Pacifico. And on our left in the yellow, we've got the Rainman All-Stars from Alemania, Germany. And then on the right, we've got Waka Loka. It's a Peruvian team. You'll notice there are no lines on the ice, no goal line, no blue line, no red line, no blue line, no goal line. There's no face-off dots, there's no hash marks. It's this is like playing shinny when you're a kid on the pond or in someone's backyard or down at the park. I'm gonna start the clock before I forget. Another thing to note about this tournament is that it is running clock, 2 18-minute halves, and I'm having trouble getting to the clock to start it. So there we go. It's very humid. My computer's touchscreen is getting tough to deal with a little bit. I'll blame it on the carpal tunnel. But anyway, we have a nothing game at this point. 16:59 left, according to my belated clockwork. Waka Loka is an intense team. They play really hard with a lot of passion. No, it's the way to say it. They get pretty fiery. Let's put it that way. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a shenanigan or two sometime during this contest. Or, as I said earlier in the tournament, a kerfuffle. You notice that it's really hot. It's a warm day. It's a sunny day. We got some sun on the ice, making some glare. But also we've got melt that happens during each of the games, and they do a pretty good job of coming out and squeegeeing it off and letting it dry as much as they can. But it still turns into Lake Lima. And my clock didn't keep going. Darn it. I'll take another minute off. I know I'm going to be behind with it, though. And a nice play by the goaltender for Wakaloka. That is Sammy Hokema. Sammy had a heck of a game earlier today against Kentucky. It looks like he's starting off on the right foot there. At least at present, it looks to be a pretty well matched contest. Two teams feeling each other out, and it's probably going to be, you know, who has legs in the late in the second half. There's some kind of call coming up here. Instead of having a penalty, a 2-minute penalty, they don't do that. They have penalty shots, and if it's a double, minor, or major penalty, there's multiple shots awarded to the victimized team. Looks like they're waving that all off, just making sure everything's okay. And they're going to start back over. And our first goal of the game goes to number 9 for Wakaloka. That's Brad Brasseur. That's a surprise, actually. I thought the Rain Man team would start off faster. Yeah, but then again, the play. Oh, another one. Sorry, I missed that. The play of Hakama, the goaltender, has been outstanding for Wakaloka. You know, they don't really stop here. It's hard for me to update the score for you. I'll get it in a second when I have a chance. But it's hard to do an update without missing some of the action. Okay. Two to one. It's been a lot of fun, but it's been a long 3 days for me. And another goal. That's number 9, Brad Brasser again. There's no stoppages of play in this game. It's really difficult. It's a shinny game. I'm trying to work the score so you know what the score is, but the game keeps going. It just never stops. In regular international hockey, when you're playing 3-on-3, after a goal, there is a stoppage of play. The goaltender, I've been told, then must place the puck directly behind the goal, and the puck must start from directly behind the goal. That's not what they're doing here. A wrist shot goes into the net. It's a goal. It bounces out, and they grab it as soon as they can and make like a rabbit to the other end of the ice. That's why I'm not keeping shots. And, you know, it's a small sheet of ice, so everything is happening so fast, so quickly. But it's 3-1, Huacaloca of Peru. Got a Vuvuzela in the stands over there. Most of the countries involved in this tournament are really football or soccer, as we call it in the States countries. And the Vuvuzela is proof of that. It's only 3-1. The Huacaloca has really had a lot of the momentum here. Early on, it was kind of the other way around, with the Raymond All-Stars putting a lot of pressure on Sammy Hokama. And now it's Carolina Simonkova's turn to make some stops for the Raymond All-Stars. Lima's been a fun place to visit. Got a chance to see the view of the Pacific Ocean as the sun was going down last night on the edge of Miraflores, which is the part of town where we're staying. It was really a gorgeous sight. There's beautiful parks along the coast in Miraflores. The food has been great. Had a fantastic lunch at a cevicheria. Had really great shrimp risotto and fried calamari today. I have been living in Mexico City, and when I told everyone I was coming to Lima, they said, "Oh my God, the food's so good," and they were right. It's summertime in South America. Back home, there's 200 inches of snow that are melting, and then freezing again at night, and then becoming ice. And I'm now in Mexico City teaching English, so there it's, hate to say it, 78 degrees just about every single day. And another goal for Huacaloca. That time it's number 91. 91 for Huacaloca. They don't have a 91 on their roster. I think that might be 19, Jorge Troy, but I'm not sure. No, that's DuPont. Sorry. Max DuPont is number 91. Correction there. A Huacaloca lead. Huacaloca lead, that sounds fun. For the women's championship, which was an hour ago, we had two of the women from the local AllPacas. One woman from the AllPacas A team, one woman from the AllPacas B team do the play-by-play announcing and video production, and they did a great job. They did that in honor of National Women's Day, and then I believe today is International Women's Hockey Day. So we're excited to call the women's championship game with pride. One of the German players feels like he deserved a penalty shot after a little Huacaloca work. And that's the end of the first half. We'll get the clock set back up. Speaking of international ice hockey, the Paralympics have begun. They began two nights ago with the opening ceremonies in Milan, and hockey started yesterday. Paralympic ice hockey. Shout out to Josh Pauls and Tyler McGregor, who carried the flags as flag bearers for the United States and Canada, respectively. They are colleagues of ours from Sled Hockey Mexico. They helped us bring sled hockey to the Latin world for the very first time. In Mexico City last April, Josh was there and Tyler was there along with Karina Villegas, who was a Venezuelan born, but lost a leg in a car accident, emigrated to America, established America as home, the United States, and lives there with their daughter in Cape Canaveral, I believe, is where they are. And, she played for the U.S. Women's National Paralympic team and has always dreamed of seeing sled hockey come to Latin America. And so at the Urban Hockey Foundation, we helped make that dream happen along with Josh Pauls and Tyler McGregor and 3 other past and present members of Team USA Paralympia. I'm tired, and I haven't even been skating out there. I've just been calling the games. But just so you know, the game started Friday morning. I got to Lima here. I flew from Mexico City to Lima and got here about midnight Thursday. And then was at the rink 7 a.m. Friday morning, literally until 12:30 p.m. With a 2-hour break only, so I could get something to eat and take a break during the day. And then it was back to the same kind of schedule as yesterday and today. So it's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. I've been staying with the Kentucky Ice Hockey Collective team in Miraflores. They were nice enough to provide lodging for me so I could come and live stream this for Jonathan and everyone running the tournament. They're doing a great job. They have really put a lot of work into making this a great experience for people. There's a goal. Let's see, 4-2. Wacaloca, Peru, leading the Rainman All-Stars from Germany. That's one thing you just saw was a shot the entire length of the ice. On this small sheet of ice, that can be a very dangerous thing because the goaltender has a really hard time seeing it. There's a lot of glare. Also, there are no hash marks. You'll notice no circles, no lines, nothing for the goaltender to establish his or her position by triangulation. That's how goalies know what their angles are and where to be so that they're in the right part of the net for the shot. Those reference points are all gone, and so what the goalies are doing here is they're touching the net as often as they can, so they know where it is, and that means that they have to stay back in the net. So a long shot with the goalie back in the net, weaving its way through 6 sets of legs, is a really tricky thing to save. On top of that, the ice is so small that the goaltender can never relax. Every second. Every second. They were waving that off, that goal. I don't think that was a goal. Yeah, no, they are waving it off, but now there's a goal. Four to 3. Wakaloka picking up a goal. Set net at 5-4. And the Raymond answer back with a pipe. .53. I think I said 5-4 a moment ago, but I can't remember. I am, after all, an old goalie who's been hitting the head too many times to remember much. The combination of the Hornet and the Vuvuzela actually reminds me of the Diablos Rojas games. That's the baseball team in Mexico City. It's a ton of fun to go to their games. There are future and former Major League ball players playing in the Mexican League. It's a good brand of baseball. And the food at the stadium is the best stadium food I think I've ever had, to be honest. Food is a very important part of Latin culture. Breakaway. And a goal. Getting that goal up on the board for Wakaloka. Six to 3. It's a good close game. Rainman looking for a couple of chances to even it up. Just missing over the top of the net there. And another goal for Wakaloka. Seven to 3. Wakaloka of the Peruvian team leading the Rainman All-Stars from Germany. Oh, it looks like that'd be good news for Hockey Peru if the Peruvian team takes home the first Copa del Pacifico. A lot of work to host a tournament. That'll just make things feel a little bit better. I know the host team, they're fantastic folks. The AllPacas. Their teams didn't make it to the finals of this division, but they sure had fun along the way, and they've been great hosts. I want to say thank you. Today I had lunch with a lot of the AllPacas. There were people from 7 different nations around the table. That's the beauty of international travel for sport. Is there's no such thing as political boundaries. We're all hockey players. and become friends. And that's what this kind of tournament is all about. Actually, in several of the games this tournament, teams have mixed the teams up and, you know, changed jerseys so that teams would be even and they'd play with each other instead of against each other. That's another example. You cannot be caught napping at all as a goaltender in this size of rink. There's shots coming from literally from behind the net. It looks like as a strategy. Oh, the Raymond All-Stars had a chance there. They're looking like they're running out of gas a bit. But yeah, this is a strategy. Eight to 3, Waka-Loko. So there was one unfortunate incident during this tournament that only one though, where there was a kerfuffle, fisticuff, Donnybrook melee, a little bit of lucha libre, but it was short-lived, and everybody is okay. Everybody's still friends. Ah, my clock stopped, I noticed. We're getting close to the end. I'm going to ask how much time we have left. How much time do we have left? How much time left? Not much time left. And there we go. The game has ended. The victors, Waka 8. Rainman All-Stars from Germany 3. Waka a Peruvian team. Winners of the men's division of the first ever Copa del Pacifico. They got to feel good about that. And it's been a fun tournament. Wait till you see the trophy. They've done it like they mean it here. The folks from the AllPacas organization in Lima, Peru, put together a really nice tournament. The teams that came have brought equipment donations, primarily the Kentucky Ice Hockey Collective. Has brought 8 bags of equipment for the kids here in Lima, Peru, so that they can start to play. It's very difficult to get equipment outside of Canada, US, or Europe. But probably the quickest, easiest, most affordable way to get equipment here is to bring it yourself. And so that's what folks at the Kentucky Ice Hockey Collective do. They visit places like Lima, Peru. In February, they're going to be going to Chile. And then, let's see, last November, I was at a tournament in San Jose, Costa Rica with them 2 Novembers ago. The German team is thanking the crowd. Oh, and the players are bringing their kids up. I'm going to see if I can switch over to my camera 3 and show a little bit of that for you. Players are getting their kids. The fans are getting really excited. This is a big deal for them. I mean, literally, it's for them, it's kind of like winning the Stanley Cup. They're really excited. They beat a team from North America and a team from Europe, which is fantastic to see. Some of the players, of course, they live in Peru, but they are from other nations. There's a couple of Canadians, I believe, on this Waka team, and they live in Peru, live and work here. And the team from Germany isn't all Germans. Their goaltender, Carolina Simonkova, as I mentioned before, from Czech Republic, just outside of Prague. Want to give her a shout out. I overheard her talking to the tournament director that she was donating her pads to Lima after this game. The cup is really beautiful. This is Copa del Pacifico. Lima is on the Pacific Ocean. The view is beautiful. I'm staying with the Kentucky Ice Hockey Collective at an Airbnb in the town of Miraflores. That's the part of neighborhood of Miraflores, part of the city of Lima. It's near the ocean. Actually, we went yesterday and watched at a park above the beach, on a bluff above the beach. Kind of reminded me of Santa Monica. We watched people play bicycle polo. That was a first for me. I'd never seen bicycle polo before, but the guys from Kentucky told me that they play in Lexington. Congratulations to the Waka team. They're the men's champion of the Copa del Pacifico 2026 from Lima, Peru. They are Christian Clement, the captain, Jorge Choi, the assistant, Sammy Hokuma, the goalkeeper. There's Angelo Marino. Jose Quinto is another assistant. There's Max Dupont, Jose Antonio Bermudez, Tyler Hansen, Brad Brasseur, and Luis Aloya. They are the champions of the 2026 Copa del Pacifico. I'm Eric Hammerstrom, and I've been here with you all weekend. I really appreciate people who tuned in to see their loved ones play. We had people from 16 nations plus playing in this tournament. I'm going to show you the flags of the folks involved. We'll start with the Caribbean community. That was a women's team made up of people from different Caribbean nations. So there's multiple nations there. There's, let's see, other than that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nations. I believe all the South American nations involved are on this side. And then over here, starting with Germany on the left. Germany, I think that's Romania, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Canada, Spain, Britain, and the United States. Which is why it was such a pleasure to live stream, because a lot of the folks, they're from all over. Some are here working in Peru, and their family doesn't get to see them play. Hope you enjoyed the ability to do that. If your family member came here to play just for the week and go home after helping build hockey in Peru, we want to say thank you. Thank you for loaning your loved ones to us for a week. Again, I'm Eric Hammerstrom of the Urban Hockey Foundation, and this has been a great event. I am signing off.